So today I wanted to do a short video to just go over some of the confusion that's going on with the Supercharger credit system. I'm getting a lot of comments on the last video that I did about whether that affects Model 3 and how it really works. So the most common question we're getting right now is people are saying, well, I've ordered a Model 3 and how is it going to affect me? So the very first thing you need to understand is that what you've done with a Model 3 is put down a reservation. It's not an order. There's a very big distinction between a reservation and an order. Now, Tesla sees a reservation as money you've put down on a vehicle that's not in production yet. All it does is reserve you a spot somewhere in the production queue, so that when the car goes into production, you will get an email asking you to configure your car and then confirm an order. At that point, after a 7-day waiting period for you to make changes on the vehicle, it becomes a binding contract. At that point, it becomes a firm order. So having said that, the changes to the Supercharger program are coming in as of January 1st, 2017. So if you order a vehicle prior to January 1st, 2017, meaning a Model S and Model X, not a Model 3, doesn't count because it's not in production. And you must take delivery before April of 2017. So if you order a vehicle before January 1st, but delay the delivery of the vehicle past April, you will not get into the old grandfathered program where you get supercharging for free for life. And now it's not tied to you, it's tied to the vehicle. So when you sell the vehicle in the future, the supercharging goes along with the vehicle. So once again, because all of us are Model 3 reservation holders and the car is not in production, this grandfathered system doesn't work for us. So going forward, when Model 3 goes into production, we fall under the umbrella of after January 1st, 2017. So that means that when Model 3 gets delivered, even though it can supercharge because the hardware is built into the vehicle, there's no extra cost, it's part of the vehicle, that we fall under the credit system. So that means that on an annual basis, you will get 400 kilowatt hours of free credits put into your My Tesla account. This is the same account that you use to log in to look at your reservation. In there will be a spot for you to put your credit card information in there, and you'll be able to see your supercharging credits. The other question we're getting quite often is, will the credits that Tesla gives you or that you buy roll over into the next year if you don't use them? My feeling is that yes, that's exactly what will happen. We don't know all the details. Tesla will tell us a little bit later in the year before the January 1st date comes up. But I believe that that's what's going to happen, is that they will give you on an annual basis, and that annual basis could be the delivery date of when you receive your Model 3, that they will give you 400 kilowatt hours into your My Tesla account to use as you so choose. If you don't use them up or you put more into your account, that's much like a Starbucks card where you can put money on the card and just keep paying. And you just keep topping it up. If you don't use it, I believe, and I don't know this 100% sure, but my understanding is that this is probably what they're going to do, is that it will just get rolled over into the next year. It's a very fair program. I think at the end of the day, electricity rates are fairly inexpensive. 400 kilowatt hours is equivalent to about 1,000 miles of driving or 1,600 kilometers of driving for an average person. So the whole point of moving to this new system is to make it fair for everybody and also deliver on what Elon had promised some time ago, was to put some kind of value on the supercharging program and to decouple the price of the supercharger from the vehicle. Now, every Model S and Model X over the last few years have had supercharging for free included into the vehicle, but we never really knew what the actual price of the supercharging program really cost. So now we have a better understanding. It's a more fair program for everybody. And in some respects, it'll probably alleviate some congestion in some of the areas where people were just hogging the systems instead of charging at home. So really the premise is the superchargers are for long distance travel and not necessarily for you to go and charge on a daily basis because it's free. I understand that some people have charging difficulties if they live in an apartment and the supercharger is their only choice, and that's fine. And there will be a price to pay. It'll be less than a tank of gas that you cost on your car anyways, because electricity is so much cheaper. But long term, I think this solves both issues with possible congestion and to make it a more fair system. So in retrospect, they probably should have done it a lot sooner. But going forward, I think it's a good compromise. So anyways, that's it for today. It's a short one. If you have any more comments or concerns, put it down in the comment section, and we'll talk to you next time. Don't forget to follow us on Model 3 Owners on Twitter, our forums at model3ownersclub.com, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching.